The next screen we look at is the Notes screen. On the screen there are 3 different types of notes. The first one being general notes. General notes is where we store any notes on the client's file of what we did, or notes that we want other people to see and be able to read. I can click on add note and simply type my note. Today I called the client to confirm payment. Now, as I can see, my note has been added there with the user who made it, the date and the time. Once a note is made, it can never be deleted. Notes are permanent. This means that as users go, all these notes get kept as a record indefinitely. This is very handy when we change things on the file and we want other people who work on it later to be able to see it, or even for ourselves to remember what we did. The next one is specific circumstances. The specific circumstances note is where we type the reason for the consumer circumstances. It is the note that will print on the proposals to credit providers, explaining why we did maybe certain things on the budgets, or why the consumer is in the circumstances. I can say that the client spends more on his cell phone costs than normal because he is a sales rep. That would be my justification for the higher expense. The bottom one is SMS notes. Now, this isn't a note that you make yourself, but if I go to applicant info, at the bottom of the screen there are 2 buttons, send SMS and send email. Send email will send an email to the client's email address as we have entered. So we can enter a subject, type in a message to the client and click OK. This will send the email and also make a note that the email was sent on the date and by who. In the same way, I can send an SMS. To do that, I first need to enter a cell phone number for the consumer. I can send an SMS and it will send it to the cell phone number I have entered. Hi. And if I go to notes, it will say, here is the SMS that I sent, who sent it, and the time and the date this was done. Notes is very key in the process of tracking what has happened on a client's file and why when we work on it later.